I'm going to show you how to stop any makeup creasing in 3 easy steps. This is all you need to know to ensure that your makeup doesn't crease throughout the day. So I just need to kind of pin back some of my hair, even though it's like, you know, there's not a lot of it at the moment because I've had it all cut off, but I do need to just, this is what I do when I want it to kind of stay in place so that it's okay afterwards. So we're going to ignore my hair right now. Okay, so first off is the moisture infusion. This is the first step. This is not about only doing one thing as part of the step 1. It's about kind of like a mix of things as part of step 1 and then a mix of things in step 2 and then 3, right? So we're kind of like separating them based on what they do for the skin and how they benefit your makeup afterwards. So we all hate that horrible look that you have later in the day where everything's kind of like creased up and you can see all of the lines and texture is really obvious and just your makeup starts creasing. That's the only way you can put it. It's as simple as that. What we're going to be doing is sorting out exactly what you do prior to it creasing to avoid it even getting to that point. I know that horrible feeling where your makeup looks great for the first 10 minutes or even for a few hours and then it just starts creasing and you're like, oh my God, it looks absolutely horrendous. What do I do? It's a horrible feeling. It's happened to all of us, to be honest, at some point. But this quick routine is really how you're going to be able to avoid it happening. So this is based on what your skin type is like. So your skincare really needs to be focused around what your skin actually needs as well. So it isn't a case that every skin type puts exactly what I'm putting on my skin. The first step is really about moisture. I would say this isn't necessarily the right kind of technique for anyone with very oily skin. So that's a completely different routine. Let me know in the comments if you want to see something specifically for oily skin. We're going to really focus on our first step, which is moisture infusion. Now, I know that you all put your creams on, however you put them on, and it's really a case of like just kind of very quickly doing the whole skincare routine. But honestly, you need to just kind of figure out the right way. So first thing I'm doing is putting on my Then I Met You, the Giving Essence. And you can actually press this into the skin with your fingers. I am actually putting this on with a cotton pad for a reason. Sometimes I like to actually just press it into the skin, but let me explain to you why I'm using this with a cotton pad. The reason being is because I want a very thin layer of this on. I don't want a lot. When you press it in with your fingers, what happens is you have a whole load of product. All of that product is really going to go into your skin, which is great if that's the only kind of like toner stroke serum thing you're going to use before your moisturizer. If you're using any kind of serum as well, I would suggest using this or your toner with a cotton pad, because that way I know that some of it does get absorbed by the cotton pad, but it means that you're not layering on too much. Now, once you've applied this with your cotton pad, it should immediately kind of soak into the skin. You've got to wait just a few seconds or so for your skin to drink this up. It's really important. Next, you want to move on to your serum. My serum is the 6-peptide skin booster by COSRX. I get 1 pump of this in the hand, and this is where we are not going to rub all over the skin. We're going to press this in. You are literally forcing your skin to drink up the moisture from this, and you will actually feel, because you put such a thin layer of the toner on before, or I'm just calling it toner because I don't know what you use, this will really kind of push into the skin. You want your skin to feel tacky. That's when it feels a little sticky, not a lot. If it is slippery, that is wrong. It should not feel like that, because then your makeup is all going to slide around. So it's really about getting that tacky finish to your skin. Next, you want to let that soak in. We're in the meantime going to apply an eye cream. This is my Drunk Elephant Ceramide AF eye balm. There you go. We're going to press this in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell button, because it means you won't miss my next video. Now at this point, my serum has really soaked into my skin. The great thing is you can see that it looks a little bit shiny, which is good because it's plump, it's juicy, it's really kind of like drinking all that serum up, but it's not sitting on top of my skin where it's slippery, like it's sliding all over the place. So now we want to get our moisturizer on. I'm using my Equilibrium Restorative Face Cream. We get this all over the hands, the palms, and we press this in too. There you go. Now, you don't want your skin to feel slippery. It shouldn't feel like greasy. It should still feel tacky. It may not feel as kind of tacky as what it did before, because it is going to be slightly more kind of like hydrated than when you first had just the toner or the serum on, but it should still kind of, you should still have that slight tackiness to it. Okay, next up, this step is called the barrier sculpt. So this is where I like to create a barrier between the skincare and the makeup. And you know, you've heard me a million times say that for me, that barrier is the primer. And that's not just for me personally, it's how I use it for clients too. The bonus to a primer is that it gets to prep the skin slightly for the makeup too, but ultimately I feel like what it's really kind of helping with is creating that barrier. So this is where you're going to be strategic. You can either use a primer that has something on it which you can sculpt with, such as this, the The Refy Blur and Hydrate Primer is great because it has a metal kind of applicator which helps you to really sculpt your face at the same time. If you don't have this and you have a primer that you really like, use a gua sha with it. So you just smooth it over the skin and then use your gua sha to sculpt your face. So basically what this is doing is creating a barrier between your skincare and your makeup so that they don't mix and oxidize. So what we're going to do is squeeze a little of this out. Like this. I just put about that much on, tiny bit here. There you go. Right, now this is where I used the sculpt kind of metal applicator on here to really sculpt the face. You can go under the eyes as well, depending on what primer you're kind of using. I like this because it's blurring, but it also does hydrate my skin. So you really need a small amount. I really like to sculpt kind of like under the cheekbone there and push up. See that? I love that way of kind of sculpting. Now the kind of primer you want, again, depends on your skin type, because I'm in my 40s, I'm 45, so I really need to focus on hydration. Not so much that my skin is dripping in it, but you know, enough that it doesn't look dry, because my skin has started to look kind of drier as I've gotten older. And I just take this up. I kind of use my finger for that bit because it's always a bit harder. Now this has fully kind of like absorbed into my skin. It's not as kind of like shiny and wet as when I first applied it. So I know that my skin has really adjusted to that well. See what I mean? It's not like slippery, it's like tacky again. That is the barrier sculpt. It's a really, really core part of this routine. So next we are gonna go into the micro set technique. So this is where we wanna really get our kind of concealer foundation on, and then we're gonna just kind of set it in a very clever way so that nothing creases. So this step is a little bit longer because obviously it involves kind of like the base in general. Let's get on with it. So in terms of my foundation, I want to get a good coverage foundation on. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation just because I want that extra coverage today. This is 7 Neutral. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 106 brush. By the way, while I'm putting this on, and you want to get basically a thin layer of this, so don't think that I'm not kind of going through your application. Thin layer, start from the center, work your way out. You really need the smallest amount for this. But yeah, have you headed on to thebeautybreakfastclub.com? Please do type it in, take a look at the site. I can guarantee you're going to find a newsletter on there that you love and you're going to end up reading it. And I'm telling you, you're going to love that site. It is honestly so popular now. Yeah, head on over, check it out. I think you're gonna like it. Subscribe to it. It's free to subscribe to. Can you see the lift that we've got? It's really good, right? So, okay, now what we want to do is get on with concealer. Do you see what I mean? We need the smallest amount. A whole pump of that foundation is far too much, by the way. It's literally like, I would say, a quarter of a pump that you need. In terms of my concealer, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in 35N medium. I'm going to put this on the back of my hand first. So I like to work from there. And then I'm going to get my Huda Beauty Easy Bake ready, because the first thing I want to do is just set my eyelids. So we're going to get that out of the way. You know I always do that area first, right? So we're going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, the blurred matte version. Let's get into that concealer. Let's get this on. You can go for a much lighter base, by the way, if you want to. This is just the kind of base that I'm opting for today. Right, let's get these lids done. I always use a puff to set my eyelids because honestly, I'm telling you, it's never going anywhere if you do it this way. And it's also the one place that you tend to crease first. Okay, now we're gonna sculpt the rest of the face. So just around here, and we're gonna use our Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion brush. Get your beauty blender, spray this with this spray again, because this is going to really help with, you know, avoiding the creasing. Okay. See that? We've got that nicely set. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of blush on. Let's use this one. This is Fizz from Westman Atelier, Baby Cheeks blush. Some nice pink color. Basically, this step is you applying all of your kind of usual makeup. I'm going to use something new here. I'm so obsessed with this already and I haven't even tried it. It's the Fenty Sunstalker Souffle in Churro Twist. It's the souffle version. There's a souffle version of the Sunstalker. I love Sunstalker bronzer. So yeah, let's use, where is it? We're going to use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit brush. We're going to get into this. Okay. Oh my God, I am so obsessed with this. It looks so good. It's so subtle. Oh, I love it. It's like, you know, if you don't want crazy pigment, obviously you can go for a darker shade if you want. But if you want something that isn't going to be in your face, it's a great option. I'm obsessed with this. Let's go around the nose like I usually do. Oh, I love it. Okay, well, there you go. New bronzer that you guys are going to love. Okay, next we want to set this. This is where the micro set comes in. So what we want to do is, first off, get rid of any creasing. So you want to go over the areas. This is a really important part because otherwise you're setting creases. If you take off the excess product from the areas that usually crease, it can't crease later, right? So you've got to make sure there's no product there so that it doesn't crease. It may mean that you do this step by step, and what I mean by that is you do these sections, you powder it, and then you do the next section, you powder it, because it depends how quickly your makeup creases. You also want to make sure that everything you apply is a thin layer of it. So what we want to do is get our powder puff and also the brush. We're going to micro set. Now first off, we'll do it step by step. We're going to get rid of any creasing here. We're going to get the powder puff. We're going to go into the powder, press on there, just on the areas that really crease. Next, we're going to do the under eyes. We're going to get the powder, we're going to do the under eyes. I just do the nose too because I like that to be matte. Okay, then you're going to get your Real Techniques brush. You're going to dust over the areas that you pressed in with a powder puff. See that? Then all of the other places you can apply with a brush. So we've micro set with a puff before we actually went over in all the other areas with the powder. But in those other areas, you don't really have to press the powder if you don't want to. You can leave it quite dewy if you want. That's completely up to you. I'm going to actually leave those areas. It's just the cheeks and a little bit on the forehead I like to do. We don't want it to look so powdery, so then you're going to go over with a setting spray. We're not going to use that matte blur one that we used because that's actually doing a really good job underneath all those layers. What we're going to do now is apply a setting spray that does give us a slight dewy finish. The Say City set is great for this, but I mainly focus on the perimeter. You can go once or twice through the middle if you want. See that? It just adds that dimension back to the face. I think I just want to add a tiny bit to my brows, just because I feel like they're looking a little bit. We're going to add a tiny bit of lip kind of product. Let's just curl the lashes a little. And that is more or less it, guys. So your base now is not going to crease through the day because we've got rid of the creasing, because what we've done is put together a very strategic 3-step system. So first one is your moisture infusion. Next is your barrier sculpt. And next is your micro set technique. Honestly, it's such an easy way to avoid creasing. But if you do it in this particular way, honestly, I feel like it's really, really going to help you in terms of avoiding creasing. I really do hope you've enjoyed this today. All the products are listed in my description. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss my next video. And also subscribe to thebeautybreakfastclub.com. And I'm going to see you on the next video.